what tightens it up. If you want your laundry bag, this is what costs money. I said, why are you shaking like that? Because if you want your laundry bag to really close, and there's stuff on the top and you do the back, until it goes down. If you fill up this teddy bag, the sand you do like this. The army is stuck you shake it. So the one like this, it goes to the bottom and it tightens the surface. You like that? But in the center, if you're up there, if you go like that, you do exactly when you like this, you can shake it like this. You see what's happening over here? It gets tighter and tighter. So when I look at this, see that's why I just look at this direction. Don't stay here. This one has to move there. Now I want to get here, it was a restriction. Now it's more tighter. I'm right here, 1/4. That's what I'm putting up. You have to learn how to tighten the motion. This way. What I want you to do is insert your hand over here. And then you swallow it. You go like that and scoop, right? And come back like that. Everyone has that. You screw up with the body like this. Oh, yeah. Invert it. Then you need to touch those. So when you go like this, and he punches on that side, then normally people catch it, right? You hook it like that. That's the break. Just break this as you're breaking on that side. I don't like it on this side. Sometimes I've lost it. It's going like this. Okay, when you do this one, you get these two. Now, if you have trouble, just go back to the other side. See the sign on the bicycle here? So if you go here, you can throw like this, or you can throw like this, just like moving like that. Okay, the other that I was showing you is that you keep a lock here. You go like this, and then this one goes here. But sometimes these people are very stiff, and you won't be able to get this. And you have to do that right here, and I set like that, and it goes on over here. All right, any questions? The first one here, you go like that, you slash. And when you go like this, because most people, you go like that arm in. So when you strip here, you just pin it, pin it to the body like that. Just pin it to the body and just go like that. All right, any questions? This can also be a throw. Okay, just right up there. Okay. You have ego time with one of the other. Hold on, here. So we see 3 different types of energy, or what I call range of motion people. I'm trying to explain to you. When you do this one here, and they come over here, there are a lot of people, they're so stiff here that you won't be able to come here. At that point, forget that, just stab the biceps and you throw this way. Or throw this way. Or throw this way. Or slash and throw this way. So that you automatically will feel it. Okay, like that other one here too. Stop. But if you go like that and you can't take it here, hold the knife like this, see, and pull it out on this side and you lock up on this side. Then you have the range you put here. Because your opponent will restrict you on the range of type of zoom out and put you to a final. You really know that. You get with a good kickboxer, and you can be so good, the only thing you can throw at is probably the roundhouse to the cap. And you can throw the basic, you have to just look at the person who the job is running. All right, you take a half an hour break, and then you come back. And then we're supposed to go to jump on traffic. All right, jump on traffic. All right, thank you very much. We won't read jump on because it's a big document for the jump on, so it probably spends a lot on this video and sends out a lot. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of colleagues in the jump on discussion and put this in jump on. I'm going to take you to the program, the progression of the spot. There are 5 parts of jump on. The chin up is the grappling. And we've done a lot of collar grappling with the chin up. So you add whatever works for us in that particular area. And you have kicking and punching. Okay. And you have tracking. And the tracking formerly was from Wing Chun. The major difference between jump on Wing Chun and Wing Chun, both are good. Let me repeat that again. Both are excellent. The only difference is the progression in the jump on is different from the progression of traditional Wing Chun. That's why jump on wing chun is the absence of the three forms. They still do the dunge, they still do the cheese out, they still do the gun. In fact, this will throw a lot of people off. When I say Bruce Lee, really only do 160 on the gun. That's all he did. I had to go back to Hong Kong to learn the rest of the gun. Well, what I found out is like Tai Chi. If you learn 50% of the form, you got Tai Chi. You really understand it. I think it's something I should be saying. But that's the way I look at it. So the object over here, we practice in most wing chun systems, the dummy is called the last. We like to teach it first because you get to relate to it. The only thing I like to think about is it's the same principle, right? If I touch you, you go like this, it's the same disarm. Make sure your palm is like this, something comes out. So you won't get this feeling unless you actually do it on a person with a stick and with a real arm. Rather than you can do this for it, your form can be perfect. But it might not be that way in combat. Okay, so the same thing with the gun, with tracking the gun. You got to feel it. You're going to play basketball, you should have a basketball in your hand, just not dribble like this. It's a part of basketball, it's your form. Somebody, make sure you fingers put the ball, make sure it's on here, don't use the palm, right? Well, the best way to do it is do that, right? Keep your eyes open for the ground so you can the ball and your mitt, right? You won't be able to, this is your form. So you always have the relationship. That's why he said, you're going to kick a soccer ball, make sure you have a soccer ball. If you learn practice, let's do it so we don't have to learn form. The form that you can swing the bat, a baseball bat like this for years, and no one ever pitches to you high, low, going fast, curve, break. You won't get the feeling. So you say, well, I'm just going to bat 5 innings, but you see the pitching. You know, that's quite a bit different. Right? So that's what it is. That's why we did do the three forms. Who are you, that's the form, but we changed it, disrupted it. I don't know. I'm just going to show you the way it was taught to us, and I'll let you choose yourself. And study on it. Every instructor gives a different view. And like he told me, I don't know all the answers. My favorite is I don't know all the answers. All I can show you is what works for me. It might not work for you. It might work for your student. It might not work for you too. Okay, so the first part, to be really honest with you, I didn't like the track. I like the kickboxing part of it, but I hate the track. But I knew it worked because he always did it. He back on me. And there's nothing we can do about it. So I thought, well, there must be something to this track. So I better listen to him and start working on the track. You cannot work tracking, or you can, but you cannot work it efficiently if you have boxing. That's the first one. The punches that they use in Wing Chun will not work in the ring because the pattern of the glove, they're ready, just like that knife. And then cutting the knife, for classic people, well, it doesn't have the efficiency. You might do it, but it won't be efficient. So the first track, we're going to go up and we'll stand up first and we'll start off. Right, then let's look at the footwork first game. We'll just follow it. All right, let's do this. Advance, retreat, and then move to the left and move to the right. Then move to the footwork first. Because this is the, okay, ready, go. Advance, retreat, move to the right. We apply the first reference point, the first 10 line. You should practice on the right hand, you practice the left hand. The track right now should be here, but better, I like the track over here on the forearm. Because the forearm controls the force. So this is box out from the reference point. Just let you do for about a minute. So you're going to box out, and all I'm going to have to do is box out. You move out like that. Just move out like that. Box out, and move out like that. All right, back and forth. Just right. Right to right. Right to the footwork. At least shuffle to this side. Okay. So you shuffle to that side. At least shuffle to the left. But right now, you shuffle back or shuffle to the left. Okay? All right, just right. You ready? Big shuffle. Low jab, do a low jab, then block it, and track, watch it. Okay? Low jab, track, block it. Don't do this. All right? Don't close if you don't jab. All right? If you go low, then back like that. Okay? All right, any questions? If you throw the first hand, okay, then you shuffle forward, you have to shuffle back. And if you don't, it's going to be like this. You're going to be jammed up. So you have to make a move too, like that. Okay? All right. Any questions? Okay, 2 points. You do this when you do a toss out. If you toss out, make sure you sustain it back. This thing will be open. You want to hold that for a little bit. Yeah. All right, try this. Going to the nucleus, following the nucleus. This is sticking to the nucleus. That's sticking to attach. All right, so what I want you to do right now is exactly 0 point. So now you have from low to high, from outside to inside, and this is inside to outside. You jab here, track here, go out toward it. Just go out toward it. If you punch here, let me walk just like that, back and backwards. Okay, the other one is going from outside to outside. The other one is going low to high. This is going inside to outside. Okay. Some people will block it with the front hand, some people will block it with the rear hand. Okay, so that's what you do. You jab, you block with the front hand. You cannot do this technique unless you block with the front hand going in that manner. Okay? Alright, let's try it over there. Okay? You ready? Hit principle, you grab and back, so you lock on back. Alright. You go like this, right? You can do it to the right hand. So this is your hinge. So as long as they don't block with the elbow, you hinge, you take it like this. So you lock off and block this. This is called long sockets. So when I go like that, I'm going to try to do like that. So they track and back. Alright, always keep your distance and don't jam your distance. So what I want you to do right now is stay by the end of this line and put on the line. That's what you want. I don't want you to shuffle forward. All I want you to do is get the energy from that line. Don't shuffle forward because I want that distance to go like that. Okay? You done? Alright, this is called the hinge principle. On the hinge principle, because it's from the outside, you have to grab or lock on the hand backwards. Okay, then when you go on this side here, you trap and you backwards. So you make a ball and socket motion like that. Okay. Some people refer to it as swinging day. The day swings. Okay. Many different ways to describe it. Okay. Then you go like that, so you go like this. You see. Up there, you do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait for the energy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now there are 2 types of energy. Right. One energy is you wait for my energy to be clean. The other energy is I'm going to try to slap your hand. Don't let me get on. That's it. I'll slap your hand. That's it. Okay. We will practice the first energy. Some very interesting you don't know. Sounds good. You can roll up the newspaper like that. See? Okay. This one here is attached. You stick to it. See, it's like being soldier like that. This one here, to make a reflex, you should go like that. Put your hand out there. You're going to get you as hard as I can. Don't see? Yeah, that's it. And when you wrap it a couple of times, you make sure your hand is out there very quick, because your hand wouldn't be there. All right. This is all under the principle of sticking to the nucleus, because you have to find the nucleus. This one is liberation, or dissolving the nucleus. But you know the nucleus is there. Okay, any questions? There's 3 shapes of the jump on track. Sticking to the nucleus, liberation to the nucleus, and dissolving the nucleus. Okay, this is dissolving the nucleus. Now, this is the nucleus because you have to touch it to feel it. The other one is you don't let it. Okay? You got it? Alright. You do 10, 10 right, 10 left, and my turn. Right 10, left 10. Let's just go 10 minutes time. Okay? First, these are all sticking to the nucleus. We're doing it. Okay, now, you go in, this over here is the hinge principle. We do it again. Okay, this is ball socket principle, both left and right. Second one is what we call lock-off cycle, right lock-off cycle. No one's going to fight like this. Okay? But the lock-off cycle promotes so you get more repetition in. The more repetition you get to the runner, the more efficient. Okay? That's what we call developing an attribute of contact reflex. Okay, so your hand is over here, this is called a both sides. Like that. Okay, so your hand is over. You don't grab and punch your face in your training. You just grab and put your punch on the forearm. So your hand will be like this. For the training purposes, the feet will be together. For right now. And just turn your body like that when you want to be the left feet. Turn your body like this when you want to be the right feet. Okay, so this is now the lock-off cycle. The lock-off cycle has many exercises in it. Okay, so the first one is what we refer to as tum choi. Tum choi you put on the middle of the forearm. Now to change, I lock out here, and I put it in the middle of the forearm like this. This ball side has to be raised up here. If you go like that, it's not raised, you have to come over like that. So this teaches you to put your hand up here like this. All right. Okay, then when I switch over here like this, you come like that. Okay. That's the hand position. When I switch, you can see the hand will come back to here. Okay, this is the lock side. Many people have this. What I conditioning, the more you pull it, the more conditioning it becomes. So you have two. One is with the watch joint. Okay, that's with the back fist or the hammer fist or the knife hand. Okay, or the watch joint like that. Okay. And you have one with the true joint, which is like this. See? And try to speak as if this thing is sewn here like that. See? And you switch here like this. Now there are many systems. Some of these screws, they go like this. See? Because they want the forearm training, so they bang the forearm like that. See? There's one usually for sensitivity. See? And you go back like that. See? Okay. You grab the bottom two fingers like that. Don't grab fully, because this is enough. See? Like that. And you can change it every one. You're doing it. You come back like that. Make sure this long shout is raised. A lot of schools, they take long shout, my hand should be here. Some people say, no, it should be here. Some should be here. They all give you things. It's like a concept. Now you turn countries again, where customer service is long. It should be eyebrow level. That doesn't, you know, it should be chin level. One guy told me so flex on it. But they never realize, if I was not stick flying like that, I said, okay, this is the inside reflection. Make sure the inside reflection is always draw line. If it goes down here, it's going to be so flex on it. Because it has to adjust. You can't take a standard. Right? You can't take a standard like this. Okay, this is beautiful. It doesn't work out that way. That's why you have to relate every moment. You know that, right? If I always swing over here with a baseball bat, because the ball goes over here, but what the parent can do that. My form has to change. All right, so this here, the form is constant. That's why you go right into the lockout cycle first. Because we feel it's more important than this is what we call a geometry. This is more important in our estimation because it's more like combative situation. But only a split or one or two motions will be used from it. Okay, you switch here. Okay, any questions? All right, this is a locked-out cycle. Okay, you do the vertical fist, you do the back fist. Okay, locked-out cycle. Locked-out cycle. And you will apply the locked-out cycle by going like this. Remember, this is the first stage. No one's going to put the arm out like this for you. You should be able to do it like that. You pass out the first line. You're going to progression. Okay, your locks out watch will be here. All right, do it again. Pass out. Locks out watch. Now, your hand, rather than vertical, would be better always diagonal. Not always, but you want your hand just like that, and you grab like that, and you should be back. This hand should be trapped like that. Okay, so this should be a diagonal line like that. This would press down like this, and you punch over the top like this. This hand hook like this. Oh, it's hooked like this. All right, so that hand should be here, right on the elbow like that. So that trims it. Okay, now let's do it again. So when you pass out, first line. Don't damage this. So away on the first pass out, then you go back to allow you to come here. So you see how the hand traps like this? So that hand is in position like that. If you jam your own distance, you need to be able to fight. So you'd be like trying to kick like this. I don't have any room for my roundhouse kick. Because you're too jammed up. Same thing again. You have to allow distance. Okay? All right. So if you come over here, you pass out here like that. Keep the drain, and then go back first, so that you feel the distance here like that. That should be the first one. See how this thing? And then momentarily, when this hand's pinned, before you can let it go out here like that, you get to punch out. So when it's here, this hand's pinned temporarily. Then you press the elbow. Catching it at the elbow, looking at the elbow like this. So you can both trap both this hand and the second one like that. You sort of cup it like this. Okay, and then the punch should be up here. Okay. The box out should be here in the throat, or a such out. Okay, let's do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that thing is still pinned here, see? Okay, one more time. Let's go on. Pass out, let us step back. Grab, pull, so this thing is trapped like this momentarily. The hand is hooked down like this, okay? And then shuts out, hands like that. Okay, any questions? Okay, let's try it over there. Let's do it on time. All right. When you trap the first area, this is still going for the 3 stages again. Your first stage is strictly to the nucleus. That means you touch hands. Second stage, you dissolve the touching hands. Solving the nucleus. Okay? And the third stage is returning to one's own original freedom. That means you move to back, moving position, lying position, whatever. All right, so we track the person. Awesome. Now, if I go across the center line, and Again, one, you wait till you move back. As a normal person will move back normally about a 7 slide. Then you come in, that's a pops out. Okay, from there you can go. Why do you trap? You trap the hip, you trap the kick, you trap the punch, you trap the throw, you trap the choke, you trap the arm bar, finger bar, leg bar, whatever lock that you want to go into. But for right now, this is the root motion. Okay? All right, so you pops out, you move back one step. Okay? If you double the pops out here. Okay, one that is very similar to that. Okay, so this we say pops out, Lloyd pops, which means inside pops out. Okay, this pops out, okay, here. Lloyd pops out, which is right here. This. Okay, now the second one is when you pops out, and you will hit with this hand first into the chest, okay, and then trap and down. Okay. All right, look at that again. So one pops out, 1, 2, and trap. Why the chest? Because when you go like that, you trap. So you see the hand here? Back pops out. If I'm far away, if it doesn't close it, I would trap here. But if my hand is here, I trap here and go here. See what I'm doing? I just punch it up. There's a tunnel here, like go. If you try on the face, that opens up the language to go here. A lot of even my students sometimes go here. This violates the rule here. So sometimes they never listen. You just keep on doing it. It feels good better to get up here. You see what happens right here? Now if I go here, notice how I stick here, and I stick here until that hand goes here. Okay, so that first pops out, punch, second pops out. Pops out, two joints pops out. The other one pops out. Now, if he goes across the center line, see, I can't do that. You're not going to have to do it like that. It's too long. You do another technique, or you go into the first technique. Okay, so what we learned is there's no such thing as a good technique and a bad technique. If you pop out the first line, then you rock out, shoot it in. But does that mean that technique is bad since that can be counted? No. If you're playing football, it can be counted. If you stop back behind the scrimmage, you can go for 5 yards, you can go 5 yards back. Time. Most people, when they try technique and it doesn't work, they say, well, see, it doesn't work. Particularly grabbing. You ever notice that when people think, oh, it doesn't work. Well, how many times have you missed a sidekick? You ever say the sidekick's no good, you can't hit the guy 5 times in a row? How many times have you miss a guy with a reverse punch or you cross, and you say the cross is no good, and you just hit him? No, you just time it right. You have to answer it in the right time. All techniques should be looked upon. Like you used to go to me, says, the last kick was swing is either good or no good. It's long time to throw. In other words, it's either good or bad. Everything should be counted by everything. Okay. All right. Any questions on that? So what are the two we're going to do? Ron?
We're going to do the inside pass out and then the inside pass out hit. That's it.
Okay.
How about the second turn? Pass out.
Okay. So the first one you pops out. And if I go here, he pops out this hand here. All right? Second one. He pops out here. He's a little bit closer. So your two choice right here. Right here. One. Squeeze right there. Now go right here through my chest. You see how it's close to the gap here? Now go to my face here. See what happens here? This one, this one here still maintains the trap. You know, when trapping first became bold, where we start putting that in, they just go like that. That was the trap. Because it hasn't served up down. See, right? But everybody copied it. Oh yeah, that's pops out. You see the difference between the pops out? I think it's pressure. Control moves it back here. And it's very thin. But the point is now, can you trap a guy who pops out? When you got a guy goes like that? No. It's a different type now. You better be roundhouse thigh, see? Or hugging back into the hugging. See? That's the time you're going to be round. See, there's a time and place. The jump block is kind of a hard progression too. That's why I like to stay away from it sometimes. If you need some time to be dog, no. I tell people this, I spend at least 1.5 months on pops out alone. That's in 3 months, but 1.5 steady. With nothing but pops out. But you used to do it from the side, from the round kick, from the heel roll, and then doing the pops out. Learn how to do it defensively and offensively. Right now we are doing it neither offensive defense. We are setting up the nucleus, because the nucleus is where we start to fight. See, most systems start with long range and go in. This his theory would start because we know we're going to go here. So we were given reference points. This is one reference point. 2 hands out, 1 hand in, 1 hand out. 2 hands out, 2 hands, like that. Those are giving you the reference point, what you move to. So he started at the nucleus, or he started with sleep body first, and there you can go to grappling, or you can work it out, back it out, handling, and out of the kicking if you want to. So you prefer to stay in the kicking. Okay, so the first one is what? Pox out, Roy pox out. Second one is pox out, choke Roy, pox out. And from there you can choke, strangle, or whatever you like. For example, like Richard was showing, he does his technique, that's not really, this is very hard. Always. As Richard was doing, after this, the first grab, bang, boom, 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 boom. Something like that. You will flow into what you want to do. One arm, one arm up. But this is just a move motion. Okay, got it? Okay, let's try. On the first part? Yeah.
This hand, you're just shooting the front of the hand.
See my hand here? See how this one goes like this? And I go like that. You can counter it if you want to. Here. It goes on and on. Give you coordination. But then you have to all right, so the first one you do is box out. The second one you do is box out, stop, Roy box. Okay. And then, I don't know what to do. So you box out now, that's what you stop. Okay, and then box out, get from foot. Okay, this is 4 and 5 now. 4 and 5 are very similar. Okay? All right, when you do a box out, like that, see? This is box out. You see box out? And then box out. This end, which is good. See? Now, the fifth one is lights out. When the energy goes back, it sort of follows the energy. And this one here, you redirect the energy. You go like that, you redirect the energy here, and you go pops out. Okay. When you're here, you sort of go like that, and you will, your body will tell you what you want to do, or his energy will tell you. If his forward energy of the body is more towards you like this, it's hard to turn. So when you form, you see what's happening. So we'll do like that. Okay, so there's some of these this one here. All right, any questions? This is run 4. This is pox out, cons out, Roy pox out down. Okay? This is pox out, lights out, which the energy goes back a little bit like this. So it goes like that, Roy pox out down. All right, any questions over there? You got it? Let's try out the number 4 and 5 and 2 together. So you have to feel. So when you go like that, then you turn this way. You turn your body, not your arm. You don't make your arm do it. You the body go like that, and you're in here like that. Okay. All right. It's the same thing as a dummy. Most people think it's an arm thing, it's a body thing. They get it like that. With an emotion, we get a switch up the part of the body. I say, well, it's like you hit like this, or you hit the baseball. You want something like that. You put the body in. So the same thing you put the body in here is a jaw movement. Okay? Okay, let's try it there. The energy has to be right with this. When you go like that, you lock this. You lock on and pop. This is teaching from you notice that these 3 to 6 are so closely, but the energy is different. See, that's when I used to look at it, I go, all the same. This one here is that you track. He locks out his things and go like that. As the other one, well, you go like that. Right? The box out, you don't care. You do it like that. And this one here, if you lock, if you miss it, it automatically goes on that side. See, if I miss here, it automatically goes here. But if I don't miss it, the tap goes here anyway. Now, if you miss completely, that's why I grab it with that much of the other hand. You see what I'm doing? You can do this. So you want to go like that. See, that's it. But if the energy is across your center, see, it's going to feel very awesome to do it. So you feel it when you do it like that. Okay, when you do it like that. All right, 5 and 6. They're very similar. Okay, let's try it here. Ready? So this is what I would like to do. See, this is the box out. What's the box out here? The first box out is this. The VOG twice is 4. Okay, and then you go box out and box out. As the other one you learn is box out like that. But this one goes box out, VOG, box out, box out. Okay, now the other one will be VOG, box out, lock. This is what we call brother and sister technique. You will feel which one you're going to do. Okay, so you go box out here and VOG as far as you can. Or you wedge it. I know you know my students can wedge. You could tell one of my students here, my first students, I always said, take the VOG and jam it, and then lock, and then pop. See? Then my students in the 70s will say, VOG, wedge, box out, box out. You can tell what kind of frame you use. But the object is still to jam this up, okay, or wedge it in here, then either lock and pop, or VOG, box out, box out. Okay, any questions? You have a lock and a pop and a lock. Okay. And see what's hard about like the other people that tend to call each other. This is so hard. See, like, Collie does this. They always stay at an angle because this they feel covers more line. And if they would block, see, it would still cover some more. That's why they go 45. That's from the knife and that's from the stick. Because why don't we beat up at 102 blocks and then 6 paddles and another 3 inches? But a lot of people now cannot separate the collar from the jump on. What I'm trying to show you right now is very difficult. It's straight and jump on, like going into Southern Philippine Poly or C-lock or Pendox lock because it's sort of intertwined. You're going to notice that it's going to twine. If it does that, it's okay. Let the body dictate the lock. Just like you get up in the morning, you know what you're going to do. You want to drink coffee first, or you want to take a shower first, or you want to put on your clothes first, or you just want to read the paper. You know what he's going to do. You know the routine. You don't have to have guys like you who want to would like to listen for you. Dan fix your bed. Dan take a shower. Dan wash behind you. You already know that's automatic now. What do you want to, that's what they say, you're ready to move. You know the structure. Okay, so over here, this is the structure. Okay, anytime you can throw the structure away. Okay, we are still on the first structure, which is sticking to the nucleus. That means that you are sticking to the nucleus first, attaching the nucleus, and then doing like that. Okay? All right, any questions? Let me repeat it again. Pop down, you VOG as far as this you can go. Then you either lock and pop, or VOG as far as you go, pop and pop. You go pop, pop, or pop, lock. Doesn't make any difference. Make your pop sound like a lock sound, make your lock sound like a pop sound. That's what you keep talking all the time. Now, this is lock sound. Make this more like pop sound. This is your pop sound. Make it more like pop sound. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they call the balance. That's what the key means. You always have to be balanced. Okay? And if you balance, you will be able to do it left and right. Like, I'll show you what the big move. He could go right stance, then he would go here. He'll be here. If you can do it from a boxing mode, which people do in any kind of mode. All right. Any questions on that? You got it? So this one over here now, we're moving up to this one. Box out, VOG, lock out, box out. Box out, VOG, box out, lock out. Okay, you're up to number 8, okay? This is going to be the first 10 days. And you should be able to do a left and right, and then later on, you do the cheat out. See, all Bruce Lee did was take these techniques to cheat out and do it close to the cheat. See the box out, lock out. These are cheat out techniques. But as he said, you don't do it. You can't do it good if you can't do it good. So this was a generator for a structure for learning. Because when they go like that, boom, you get a reaction, you go up, and you get it in here, then you get another reaction, so you go up, walk it. That's it. You go here. That's where you find it. Because it's going to be an exchange like that later on. That's what the cheat out teaches. Okay, so you want to sort of join the two elements together. Okay, any questions? Right? Okay, so we're going to do number 7. Pass out, wedge 2 or VOG, lock, pop, pass out, VOG, pass out, lock out. Okay? Okay, so the first part, sticking to the nucleus. When you dissolve the nucleus is when you go out and then reattach it. That's when you dissolve it. In other words, the learning is, this is sticking to the nucleus. Learning pass out here. Okay? Now, he BOGs. And then I put my hand like that, it pops out. Now, that's dissolving the nucleus, because this was the nucleus when he was sticking to the nucleus. This is, if I were to reword it, I would say attaching to the nucleus rather than dissolving the nucleus. It explains it a little better. Now, if he kicks me in the roundhouse, both his leg comes in like that, we are already in freedom already when you do it freestyle. But this is right out to learn. This is just to, so like major setup there, I like to do in the office as you call it. You learn all these good paths from the jungle, and then you can go from path 1 to path 2, path 5, you can go to path. But if you didn't know this, you don't want to path and sort of go like this. And there's ways sometimes that you don't have to go like that. If you want to take a little harder climb, you just go up like this, and you're ready to path 2, or the second path, or the second level of that, right? So you know, you get this mountain climb, stuff like that. It's the same principle. But this is just a major path. Okay, now, we go over here, and the number 9, and you can take the first 10, right? This should be done both left and right lead. Okay? So the number 9 is you toss out. Okay, you do this slowly. See the toss out here? Number 9 is a toss out on the BOG. So if you toss out like that, this is, you know, boom sound? You boom sound toss like that. I wonder if it's probably tracking this up there. But you got the point, right? Fast. And you just go like that. You see your hand just go like that. Boom sound pop. Okay, but sometimes we just call it double pop. You can pack that like that. You can go here, just go like that. So just go like that and hit it. Okay, that is number 9. You pass out, boom sound, pass out. Okay, number 10 is you pass out on the outside of the boom sound. Okay, what does that mean by boom sound? Boom sound is what you do. So when I pass out, you see the hand here? Look at the hand, boom sound. And then from here, if you can, how far this boost out can go. Because you can boost out this hand. And you can boost out this hand. So you can pass out like that. Okay, any questions? Alright, so you pass out. This one's the pass out on the outside. And you boost out either this side or this side. So if you pass out, the boost out goes this way. Okay, and then you pass out. There's a boost out inside and the boost out outside. So you go like that. So you can go like that. You can go back here like that. Depending on what the energy you're using. Alright, any questions? You go pass out, boom, and then pass out. And the pass out can be here or pass out can be here. Okay, any questions? This is the outside boost out. Okay, so pass out, outside, boost out. Good. Okay. Alright, any questions over there? Pass out, boost out here, or boost out here. This one here, pass out, boost out, take it like that. Okay? You can take up there? Okay, thank you. Pass out, and you're going to go a pass outside or a block. Okay? That means usually you would do this when this guy gives you a strong resistance over here. So you pass out, and this happens, you do a half block, you get a pop. See what I'm doing? I go half, I go here, and I make a half motion, and I go like that. So it sort of goes forward, 1, 2, 3. This hand comes only halfway, back, and then in. Okay, any questions? Okay, this is half on the box out, not half on the okay, so you don't really try to hit the face, because this will wipe that other hand to go here, so this hand can go here. So you either go here, or you can move out here. This is the move out for your office. To the offside. All right, any questions? Got it? So you make that half pops out. In other words, you don't try to hit the face. That's just your right hand here with this hand here. Down. So you go like that. You go like this. So the moves out can be on that side, or the moves out can be on this side. It depends whether you get the left arm or right hand with. Okay, any questions? Half pops out. That means you want to go halfway, and right, you go in the loud side. And this will either boost out this side, or this will boost out this side. If he gets in the way, see, you go like that, or boost out that way. Okay. You go like that, you go like that. The harder you go slow, and I lose my timing and my rhythm. Okay, you see what I'm doing now? But you go halfway. And what I like to do, and I'm going to show you what I do, I add the physical color. You add that finger to it. This is the finger. see what I'm doing? And then move out back like that. See? Or you can move out on that arm twice. And later on, you're going to flow. You will like it if you play well people once you understand the principle. Okay, you got it? Okay, let's try it over there. Traffic space of the car. Okay, when we go into kickboxing, we have kickboxing, we have adopted different drills, different awareness drills, different types of drills from different disciplines. Like we bar, whatever you can call it, condensation, Western boxing, barred from Sabat, we barred from Roundhouse, we barred from Inosanto. So we keep the no concept, that is the concept. So I go back again to the interpretation on the element system. Using no way as the way. In other words, I don't use the Chinese way, I don't use the Japanese way, I don't use the Western way. I use no way as my way, which is your way. Using no limitation as my limitation. When I trained in the community style, that was my limitation. When I was trained in the Okinawan system, my limitation was I was strictly in Okinawan style. I looked at it and I said, well, you like this technique, I can't use it. My instructor is Okinawan. It might okay if you can just flash or whatever the reason was. So you became limited to that. If I found another lock, if there wasn't our system, you weren't allowed to use it. Therefore, I was really limiting myself. I myself, as I started off with a boxing background, I go, I can't see this. Because I never seen anybody in the street do this kind of fun. At least it was wide. Okay, so this already is limited. So when you allow yourself to get this street become yourself as close to fun. That's what he's trying to say. That's why you really can't say this is a Jiu-Jitsu system or a style. Jiu-Jitsu is more of a process than a product. The more you say it, the more they will say it's a style. I've known that since 1972. I said, no, it's a process. And they keep on putting in that in Jiu-Jitsu style. Jiu-Jitsu was a term he used if you counted that one-on-one. In other words, you can make a Dao. Dao kind of food. Both guys can jump on the food. Jiu-Jitsu is for me. I do love this certificate. If you read Jiu-Jitsu certificate, it says, as personally taught and trained by the sleep. He's dead, I can't give it out. I did the concept, that's like I keep on talking to people, I did the concept of Jiu-Jitsu, and I used the jump on jump food as a structured process. It's like your base product was from the Chicago. What is your first elementary school? Well, that is your problem. Is that K to 5? All right, that is your first base. Your second base must have been junior high school, which is 6, 7, 8, or 9? 6, 7, 8. That's your second base. Your third base was in the high school. What's that called? Miles North. That is your third product. Okay. Everybody that graduated from high school, I'll make you a bet, they don't know the same material. They surely did get the same grade, and they surely don't have the same mentality. Half the guys I go to my school are in jail. But what I'm trying to say is that you can come from the same product, from the same high school. One, you can be very good at it, subject matter. One, you can be very bad. And your fourth product is probably in junior college and community college and college, right? Okay. Those are your product. That is your roots. But how are you going to explain to somebody else if you have a cat on the knowledge? It will be quite different from the same guy who graduated from the same school. You take out what you don't like. If I were passed, take the U.S. history test right now, and the California history test, which I did as an 8th grade teacher when I was teaching 8th grade, I would flunk it. And I teach it. Because I have to do it. Just like some years, like every 4 years in California, we take a driver's license out. You have to do it every 4 years. I always only miss one, or nothing at all, or two. Never miss one, two. So when you're I'm going to study it. I barely passed. I took 7 wrong. The guy said, you want to take it over? You're not supposed to. I'll let you take it over. The 6 failing. So I had to take it over. I had to do 6 or 7. The point was, because I didn't study for it, you have to constantly review. Because once you learn the material, that does not mean you have material. Kickboxing is the same way. If you don't do it, you won't have the proficiency. You have to do it, you have to drill. So the same drills we do on the handbag, the same drills we do on the focus glove, the same drills when you partner off and you use the glove, is the same thing. Because one we do it without a partner, one we do it with a partner, we use the focus glove, one we do it with a partner. Okay. So we have adapted different drills to get that essence. Okay, if I said I wanted to make you very polished as a connoisseur of food, so I send you different French lessons in the Chicago area. But if you in Los Angeles, they would be different restaurants. I wouldn't have to send you all the way back to Chicago to get that same recipe of French food, or German food, Italian food, whatever. Okay, this is the same way you use these food to go. Although, I know in a lot of magazines, I don't know if you read magazines, I read them and so. But some will say, well, going in the wrong direction from me because we added to be added. The adding to be added is for the sake of adding. This is not what the answer is. But what you're adding, and I want you to think about it closely and bring it up every seminar. If I was a track coach, and I said, okay, this is the way you jump in 1930. My coach taught his coach, his coach taught his coach, and this is called a scissor. You know, the scissor, you go to the eyeball like that, and you jump over like that. And then the coach came on the western roll, you start the barrel, or you straddle. Straddle, you come over, you go like that. Now, why technology changes? Because this was a very safe way. But in those days, the sawdust came only like 4 inches from the ground. At the most, 12 inches because the brain got back down. And then we're 3 inches to the ground. We keep it sawdust. And now they have this nice full path. Get them up here, you can hide them. And it feels good. If you try that quadratic flop, in those days, the sawdust didn't work. Technology is like that. Right? What works for PKA, because they might kick a punch here, or point karate, will not work in the standpoint of 45 or WK when they go from here to here. Because the technology changes. So the kickboxing that he allowed was to go from here to here, provided we can hurt. So we used to make the rules. We didn't want to hurt each other. Okay, we'll kick 1/4 here. Okay. We'll stay off the knee, the side of the knee. We'll kick this way, we'll stay off the knee from the side. Okay. And we'll go full up here. That way you're ready to do that. We can pull from here, and that's what you can jump on the boxing. The body aspect. So that both people can survive. You know, as I said before, we have adopted some those different elements of college, Salat, Muzai, and Ghana. Whatever you get friends from methods, we just trace back and forth, that is what we call the concept, not the style. So it's very possible that I'm a Muay Thai practitioner, and I use judo concept. I'm a Punjab Salat practitioner, and I use judo concept. That's basically what you're doing. Even in my academy, for a long period of time, my kickboxers will never want to associate with that as the trap and talk about lots of places. The stick fighters didn't want to associate with the kickboxers. They thought they were crazy. And some guys, vice versa, thought they were crazy too. You ever see a stick fighter in my academy? They're arrogant. You would think they're crazy. You know, they come out with that. Some people like that. They're really crazy as well. It all depends on the life of this fight. So I'm going to take you first into drilling a focus glove. But this focus glove can be used with the boxing glove. Okay? First go to the focus glove, and then we put on the boxing glove. Okay? Okay, let's try. Can everybody get the pair of focus gloves? How many people do not have focus gloves? When we train in general arms, we prefer to give us run on the right lead. But I just make the option and you can go right lead and go left lead. I'm just going to put you there for about a minute and a half. Rather than have long round, we can make a minute and a half round and switch around. About a minute and a half, every 2 minutes. All right. First thing I just want to work the legs. So the first one you go, I want you to go jab. That's jab. If you jab with this hand, you go also. Okay, jab cross. You jab cross, jab. Jab cross, jab. You jab cross up. Do it again. You jab with this hand, you cross, and you jab. Jab cross up. Okay, now when you work with gloves, when people work with gloves. If you work gloves with gloves, then you work like this. Sometimes it's good because then you don't have to trade off. The folks don't get away from the guys. Turn off. If you guys are gun shy, sometimes it's good. So sometimes we have a punch here. So jab, cross, jab cross, and then cross. Okay, if you jab, cross, both, you put it here. Jab cross, boom, jab cross, boom. Jab cross, jab, put it here. Okay. Now you go back and forth. If you have the gloves, you go back and forth. Jab, cross, jab, and you just move like that. Jab, cross, jab. Okay, this is jab, cross, and then pull here. Okay, any questions? That's the first drill on your clock for 1.5 minutes. Okay, ready? Now, what's the gap that we call it in the jet? You're taking to the first, pick up the number 4. Now, you can do this with the glove, or you can do it with the, if you don't know 1, 2, even if the first one you learn, you know how to count 1, 2. When you don't know 1, 2, you're going to have this person shoulder roll. So you catch the first one, you shoulder roll, and you kick. When you kick the near side lightly, or you can go to the side over here. Instead you try to cross. Okay, 3 targets you can step to the face, what's that? There's a cross, over the cross, a cross, over the cross, low cross, over the down. Okay, those are the first 3 you see. Okay, slow motion again. That's cross, 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 okay, cross, over the cross, low cross, okay, now, you start the series. When I jab my first jab, you shoulder roll. In boxing, you shoulder roll, but I want you to kick, or round kick or side kick. Right now, let's say round kick. Second target. 1, 2, 3. Second variation, you bottom weave to the right. This is the clock system. You bottom 1 and you bottom 11. That's your bottom weave. Set it up. Third one is the insert. That means you either make the shoulder stop. The shoulder stop is the top of the shoulder. One is the bicep. One is the mid-arm deflection. One is a straight hip, which you don't do in practice. So that's the base itself. See? And you set the target anywhere you want. Drop, drop. The fourth one is an outside parry. You bring it past the base, cross, cross. Okay, any questions? 4 bases again. The first 4 bases. Okay. The first one is you just catch this. Okay. You shoulder roll, you kick. Okay. You cross, cross. Second one, you bob weave. Okay. You look, cross, look. Third one, you make the insertion like that. Usually it's going right and look. The fourth one, outside parry like that. Outside parry cross, look, cross, look. Okay, any questions? There. Got it? Okay, stop there. Alright, so you go like this and you straighten it. You go softly on the leg and then you go over here. You kick down here and you go here. Okay? The other way is you kick lightly here on the inside, you push the pad on that side. Okay, that's the first one. Alright, now if it's with the rear leg here, the rear leg, you leg cut here. You leg cut here, you put the pads here, you kick. Then if you kick on the outside, you keep the leg here, and you go here. Alright, that's the first one. Now if you have a focus glove, okay, I just want to show you how you look at those all the way here. Okay, you kick over here, you kick here, you go lightly here, but you go into hand range. Okay. You kick on this side here, like this, and get back, and you put it like this, okay, cross, cross. Okay. Now when you have a glove on, you got to do the different people the way you're training them. When you have the gloves on, so you just train like this. You go 1, you kick here, you go lightly here, you go lightly here, and you work on here. Then she kicks on that side back up. You kick here, keep 1 up here, put the gloves here, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Alright, so if it's the rear leg, you work the inside. Here. Because when you go back like that, you kick here, you might kick here, and you stick the target like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, any questions? So depending what equipment you're working on, that's what you're going to do. Okay, so the first one here, when you counter this, see, you can go directly into handling. When you counter this, you can go from leg range, okay, into handling. Okay? All right, any questions? Okay, let's try it over there. One is when the kicks, mouth kick is a middle range, you just want your mouth to sit on. This is what we use from college. You drop the gap like that. Okay. Then go into hand range. So again, drop it, the butt, get the gap up. Then if I land back like this, you push it up, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if your left leg goes up and it comes back, then I stay on the right, the left leg go like that. Whatever the combination gives me that. Okay, so the first one is the destruction of the calf, like that. Destruction of the calf like that, and she'll set the target. Okay, now, the next one is when she round kicks me here, I want you to get in the habit of just kicking here. So you look, foreleg, 1, 2, 3. Go on the, if she kicks me here, that's why sometimes I have to kick here so that you understand where the kick is over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, any questions up to there? The third basic is a tap. You tap and you tap. That's it. Boom. That's it. Okay, you set the power. 1, 2, 3. Okay, any questions? Same thing. This one's off the same area like that. Okay, now you can side kick wherever. From the position again, kick here. Then you set the target. 1, 2, 3. Okay, any questions up there? Got it? Okay, the 3 counters again. What? The rock kick. You lift up. Okay, the second one. Lift up. Fourth one. Stop. And carry out like that. And you set the target. Okay, got it? Okay, let's try to do it. Now, a lot of times when you kick here, a lot of furniture guys, they drink and lay down. They don't block like this. They're not like that. But what they do is they tap and lay down like that. They use more of a shooting. Okay? All right, some, when you kick here, they just ride it here like that. And as they ride it here like that, see, as this kick comes out like that, see, like Collie, they do like a straight arm football. Like that. Because they want to actually come here and shoot them there. How do you do it slow? But you know what I'm talking about. Because the range is for different attitudes or different type of technique. And so when you ride like that, like one pipe rider can't go like that. And then here's 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 3 here like that. See? But see, they all have their different rhythms. See, the other one, a lot of French, but they don't use it anymore. They call it like this. They call it blockade in opposition. This one here they call it blockade in protection. And then they call it blockade, parry, and deflection. And what they're calling is, they like to stop one, see, and continuation like that. Okay? Because see, their range is closer. As a kickboxing is kind of an in and out type of thing. It's very, very necessary to get the mechanics. Okay, we'll just go through this. We're going to go through this. So I'm going to do this. This is a combination. When you start hammering, you go 1, 2, left hip. 1, 2, left hip. 1, 2, right knee. 1, 2, left knee. Okay, 1, 2. Bang like that. So you want to kick out here. 1, 2, then side hip on that side over here like that. That's all I want. And you set the tap. High boxers, they don't like to go to second. What they do is sort of like a push kick side, and they like to go up the body line. You never see, they'll do this. So you kind of go like that, 1, 2, and they'll talk like that. It's like a push kick. You keep it right out. But let's just do this. If you want to, you have the left